If you're like most cat parents, you've probably wondered at least once, can I give my cat a bite of this, or am I about to cause a disaster? One minute you see warnings that human food is dangerous. The next you see people online feeding their cats homemade meals straight from the kitchen. It's confusing, right? The truth sits somewhere in the middle. There are human foods that absolutely do not belong anywhere near your cat's bowl. But there are also simple, everyday ingredients that can be safe, even helpful when you use them the right way. As someone who has spent more than 25 years working with cats, I can tell you that this is one of the biggest things cat parents get wrong. Not because they don't care, but because nobody ever explained the rules clearly. So today, let's walk through 12 human foods that most healthy cats can enjoy in tiny, thoughtful amounts, and just as important, the limits and warnings that keep those treats from turning into stomach trouble. This is not about turning your cat into a tiny human at the dinner table. Their main diet still needs to be a complete cat food. This is about those little moments when they look up at you, eyes wide, and you want to share just a little bit of what you were having without feeling guilty or nervous afterward. First up, simple, cooked plain meats. Cats are obligate carnivores, so their bodies are built to thrive on animal protein. A small piece of cooked chicken, turkey, or lean beef with no seasoning, no skin, and no bones can be a fantastic high-value treat. The key rules are important: fully cooked to kill off bacteria, absolutely no garlic or onion, and no deep frying or heavy oil. Think of it this way: boring to you is perfect to them. Their digestive system cares about safety and simplicity, not flavor experiments. Eggs are another surprisingly good option when handled correctly. A tiny bit of scrambled or boiled egg cooked all the way through with no butter, milk, or seasoning gives a great hit of easy protein and B vitamins. Raw egg, on the other hand, carries a risk of bacteria and also contains a protein that can interfere with vitamin absorption over time. So this is one of those times where cooked only is a strict rule, not a suggestion. If your cat likes the taste, you only need a teaspoon or two to make them feel spoiled. Certain cooked fish can also be on the menu as long as you treat it as an occasional treat, not their main diet. A bit of cooked salmon, whitefish, or sardines in water can be incredibly exciting for a cat and offers useful fatty acids for their skin and coat. The catch is that fish should be fully cooked, bone-free, unseasoned, and not smoked or heavily salted. Raw fish and overly fish-heavy diets are linked to health problems, so think of this as a special guest star, not the lead actor in their diet. A few vegetables also make the list. Tiny amounts of plain, cooked pumpkin, carrot, or even a leaf or two of spinach can be useful additions for some cats. Pumpkin and carrot, when soft and mashed, can help support digestion thanks to their fiber content. Many cats enjoy licking a bit off a spoon. Spinach is used in some commercial cat foods for its vitamins, but it should be avoided in cats with a history of certain urinary or kidney problems. So always check with your vet before adding leafy greens. In all cases, portions should stay extremely small. Vegetables are a side note for a carnivore, not the main story. Some fruits can be safe too, though many cats aren't as enthusiastic about sweet flavors. Tiny cubes of cantaloupe, watermelon without seeds, or a couple of blueberries can be refreshing snacks, especially in warm weather. They offer hydration and small amounts of vitamins. The big rule here is knowing which fruits are absolutely off limits. Grapes and raisins remain firmly in the never category for cats. Avocado is also linked to toxicity issues, so keep those away from curious paws. And because fruits contain sugar, even safe options should stay as once-in-a-while treats, not daily rituals. Gentle grains like a spoonful of plain-cooked rice or oatmeal can sometimes help settle a cat's stomach, especially during mild digestive upset. These foods can provide bland bulk that supports their stool, but they are not natural staples for a carnivore. If you do offer them as part of a vet-guided plan, keep the portion tiny, and make sure they're fully cooked, unsalted, and mixed into their usual food rather than served as a separate meal. The common thread across all of these categories is simple: plain, cooked, tiny portions. Where cat parents get into trouble is not usually from the core ingredient itself, but from everything we like to add: salt, sauces, oils, spices, marinades, sugar, and chocolate. What tastes normal to you can be overwhelming or outright dangerous for your cat's much smaller body. Even things like bread or small bits of cheese, which some cats can nibble without immediate trouble, don't bring much nutritional value and can stack on the calories fast. They belong in the rare and small, if at all, group, not the regular treat jar. Here's a great way to think about it. Imagine you are borrowing your child's tiny toy teacup. Your cat's stomach is that teacup. There simply isn't much room, and whatever you choose to put in there needs to be worth the space. Their complete cat food is the foundation that keeps them healthy and balanced. Human foods are just little extra sprinkles of joy that you layer carefully on top, not a replacement for what their body truly needs. If you've ever slipped your cat a piece of something and later worried if you did the right thing, you're not alone. Almost every long-term cat parent has a story like that. The goal isn't to scare you away from sharing anything ever again, but to give you a clear mental checklist. Is it plain? Is it cooked? Is it generally safe for cats? Is my portion tiny, and does my own cat tolerate it well? If the answer is yes, that little shared bite becomes a moment of bonding instead of stress. Now it's your turn. Which of these foods surprised you the most? Have you discovered a safe treat that your cat absolutely goes crazy for? Let everyone know in the comments so other cat parents can get ideas too. And if you want more videos that blend real cat psychology with practical everyday tips like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell, because when you understand what truly works for a feline body and mind, every meal and every treat becomes another way to say, I really do get you. Thanks for watching.